Now let's let the experts meet our first challenger whose line needs to be spotted. Would you sign in, please, ma'am?
As I said, spring is here. V. Sedlmeyer, right? You know, somebody got away with a piece of chalk once.
Did they?
Not since, though. If I see the V, what is it your friends call you?
Vic.
Vic. Mm-hmm. And is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Sedlmeyer. Well, Mrs. Sedlmeyer, would you tell us where you're from?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Fine. Now, would you be good enough, since the panel would like to get a closer look at you, to walk down in front of them?
Miss Sedlmeyer.
How do you do?
Nice to see you.
Hello. Nice night for a walk, isn't it?
All right, Mrs. Sedlmeyer, if you'll come over here, please, and sit down next to me, we will prove beyond any reasonable doubt that spring is in our blood because we're going to depart from some of our normal practices this evening. We're going to skip the wild guess altogether. We will, however, let our viewers at home know what your line is, and then we'll let the panel do some digging and see if they can figure it out. Mrs. Sedlmeyer, do you know how we score this operation?
Well, I have an idea.
You have an idea. Well, I will dispense with any doubts you may have in your mind and and tell you.
Yes.
Actually, every time you can give the panel a no answer properly, I flip a card. And 10 no's, and you have won the game. All set?
Good.
All right, Mrs. Sedlmeyer is self-employed, and let's begin the general questioning with Fred Allen.
Mrs. Sedlmeyer, do you deal in services?
Yes.
You do. Do these services, when performed properly, make people happy?
Yes.
They do. In the pursuance of consummating these services properly done, does it make you happy?
Yes.
If I did what you do, would it be apt to make me happy? Yes or no?
Yes and no.
Would?
Yes.
I wouldn't want to be the only one who wasn't happy on a night like that.
I would say this, Fred, so that you're not misguided. I think Mrs. Sedlmeyer has been generous to say yes and no. It would be my judgment that you wouldn't be very happy about it, but you continue, because you might be, you see.
Well, since you come from Florida, do you work out of doors?
Yes.
Does what you do require that you travel from one place to another? While you are traveling, do you sell anything?
No.
No, not
No.
brushes or cosmetics?
No brushes. No. 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Is there something unique about the kind of traveling you do? Is it unlikely, let me say, that everybody would do the same sort of traveling that you do?
No.
Well, I would say this with Mrs. Sedlmeyer's permission. This is a double-barrel question. If you are speaking of her moving from one geographical center in the United States to another geographical center, she would use the same sort of conveyance.
I know, but that isn't what I meant, and you know it perfectly well, John. No,
well, you
John.
can't blame me for trying, can you? No.
Well, let me put it a different way then. Do you work in any way for other people's entertainment?
Yes.
Would you work ever in a carnival or a circus show of any kind?
Yes.
Is the kind of traveling that you might do out of something unique like a cannon?
On a cannon?
Out of a cannon.
Out of a cannon.
Into the nowhere or into the here, or however. I mean, could you possibly be shot out of a cannon like the zucchinis used to be?
I would like to introduce to you by her professional name, Victoria Zucchini.
I just said like the zucchini.
That's right, you did. Human cannon.
I must say that it came to my mind because I had the 2 zucchini boys on Soldier Parade, which is another show that I do. Are they your brothers?
Yes, they
are.
are.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Well, they were wonderful.
And I'll go beyond that, Arlene. The reason that Mrs. Sedlmeyer wrote V instead of Victoria, she said, you know, my brothers were on Miss Arlene's show, and if they were talking, they might have said something
Oh,
about
no,
Victoria.
they didn't say anything. They said they were shot out of the cannon. They never said a girl. They didn't say anything about having a sister. So I didn't really know it from them.
Well, all I can say is if you can get shot out of a cannon, we can shoot some things out of cannons, too.
Good.
And thank you very much for being our guest. Hope you enjoyed the visit.